Hello, hello, hello. This is Rex Red, and we're going to take this. This is Daz Studio with UltraScenery. Okay. And welcome, welcome, welcome. We are back. Back. Now this is something that I have been looking forward to for days, ever since I found out how wonderful. Now I'm going to show you something really cool because now when I go into my content library before, I had this crazy stuff in here. Okay, none of it belonged in here, okay? And now I have everything is all like in these folders the way they're supposed to be. I don't have several different my Daz Studio. My library is okay, but yeah, this is all now very easy to deal with. It was all a complete mess the last time I had, so it's all been reinstalled. Welcome, Angus. Hi, Angus. Oh, yes, that was Sigmund. So, we're going to do something really fun now. This install, I think we're going to close that pane. All right, so now this is the fun part. We're going to go into UltraScenery. We're going to look for that in all products. Now look how nice they all popped up now. Like when I go through my figures here, let's go like through this. Watch this. Look at how they scroll now. They scroll. Remember how they were all jerky? Look at that. They scroll right down through them so nicely. Now, I'm not sure why these guys aren't installed. So, but let's see. There's a few products. I'll probably have to uninstall them and reinstall them. Let's see how many we have. This is me going through all of my products right here. This is amazing. Now we have. It's not bad. Out of 7,000 products, only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, and these glasses I would like to have, so I'm going to have to uninstall these and then reinstall them. Not too big of a deal. Santa didn't install right. I think what might have happened is they installed before kind of their mother product installed. That could be a possibility. So, but out of all of these products, out of 7,000 of them, over 7,000, only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 didn't install right. So that is amazing. Okay, so now we're going to go into UltraScenery. Wait till you see this. Wait till you see how nicely this works. Now, before, when I would run UltraScenery, remember I had all these problems? Yes, the Rex and Sigmund show. Sigmund says, hi! What time is it? Oh my God, it's 8 o'clock at night. Sigmund, it's your bedtime, honey. You're going to have to go to bed soon, little honey bear. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go this at 3. So we're going to go our maximum altitude. Now what's really nice is a lot of times I would generate land and it wouldn't generate. The trees wouldn't show up. That's all fixed. All of that is fixed now. Anything I generate generates. Okay, this works so well. So we're going to try. And I don't have to turn things off. Okay, now we're in, what I'm going to do here, we're going to go out of here. We're going to go into texture shaded mode. Now, the thing was, now we're going to turn this viewport off, close that pane. I used the main viewport. Okay, now we'll go back into UltraScenery, pick 3 here. Now go to features, and we're going to pick this really cool. I have something in mind. So it's been something I've been wanting to make for a few days, and I haven't been able to. Now, Ecology, I can pick any of these ecologies, and they'll work now, okay? They actually, whatever, you know, there's these oaks, and there's different oaks, and these oaks, you can see them. There's all these really cool ecologies. Now, I would have to pick one with water because I just picked a land formation with water. This features, okay, this has a big river in it. So you pick one that has water in it. See, that has water in it. This one looks like it has water in it. So Pacific Northwest. Okay, we're going to pick, I'm going to pick something really cool. This is another Pacific Northwest. Whatever I pick, it will work. That's what's really cool about this, okay? So this is swamp. We don't want swamp. Tangy orchard. Let's see. I don't want the orchard either. Those are very nice, though. And then this is wasteland. I don't think I have anything here down this far. Oh, here it is. Woodlands. Woodland 2. Okay. I think this will work. All right, so we'll pick that. Now, water. Remember, I had to use the camera because and cut out all the other stuff. I don't have to do that anymore. Okay. This is what is really cool about this is that it now works ocean blue. Let's pick that. Now, when I just build scene, watch this. This is amazing. This is going to put like probably about 100,000 items into this scene, okay? And another thing is when it generates the scene, it used to be like up in the air. Now it generates, look, it's done. I mean, that is like night and day. Now, when I close this, remember, I couldn't even move my camera. Look, I can move the camera all around the scene now. And I can't do it in Iray because this is actually very, very, very. There are 43,000 grass objects. 43,488 actually, base layer. There are 9,200 base verge layers, like they're things, I guess, on the edge of the. There are 5,882 road pebbles. The river grass, there's 2,700. The river pebbles layer, there's 56,813 river pebbles. 56,000. The river rocks. Okay, you get the idea. Now look, these grass tufts layers, there's 17,709 grass tufts. Now we're going to go into Iray. Look at how. That's why this is why there are the aspen trees. There's 1,005 aspen trees. And the aspen seedlings, there's 1,149. Now watch this is why there's so much of these, because it takes that many things. If they could do this without that much stuff, they would. Okay, believe me, they would. You have to have that many items for to be able to like focus in on any part of the scene and have it look really, really nice. Now look at this. See the river pebbles? And now it's starting to fill in. Now I can't move this. If I try to move this, it's going to and it's slowly rendering, okay? It's slowly rendering before us, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I don't really care for this particular scene, so we're going to go back to it's actually going to allow me to select this. Remember, I had to sit and wait and restart. Okay, go to texture shaded. I don't dare move the camera because there's so much stuff in here. But now I'm back to texture shaded and I can move it around. Now what's really nice is if I select this UltraScene terrain, I can open back up UltraScene here. If I select the whole UltraScene, I don't have to regenerate it. I can open this back up and it loads it all in. That's my feature. That's my land. These are all the things. And I can say, I'm going to try a different land. See, it loads all back in. Now, these are willows. I'm looking more for a forest. That looked more like a meadow. And I'm looking more for a forest world, like a deep forest. Okay, pines. Okay, pines. Let's go here with this Pacific. Wait. No, this oaks. We need oaks with water. Yeah, let's try the oaks. Now, it doesn't matter. Now, that water was a little too blue. Let's try a still pond. Let's go here now and rebuild the scene. Okay, it's going to take all this stuff out and put totally different stuff in. This is so amazing that I have this ability now to really make whatever scene I want. Now, you see it took all that stuff out, and it's regenerating the scene, and it's doing it like butter, just like nothing. This is so amazing. And done. See how quick that was? Now let's see what this looks like. Now I'm going to save this, and this is going to be called Still Waters. Still Waters. Okay. So I have a feeling this is what I'm going to want, but if not, I can go back and regenerate until I find the right thing. Now I'm going to have a guy standing here, and there's going to be a beautiful sunset in behind him, and he's going to be like kind of silhouette. He's going to be kind of like a native guy, like he's so let's see what this looks like now in Iray. The reason why these trees are all round like that is because when they're round like that, they don't take up any geometry, and then you can move the scene where you want it, and then you can run it in Iray and see what it looks like. So it enables you to move around this scene. But when I go like this, it's like, oh my gosh, look at all the geometry in the scene. So you're going to be shocked when you see how beautiful this is. Just how really nice. And look, there are 43,000 grass objects. Base grass layer. Just the grass alone. The river pebbles, there's again 54,057 river pebbles. So let's see what this looks like in Iray. That is what I'm looking for right there. Look at this now. This is what I want. Okay, so we're going to save this. Now, did that save? Now okay, it's saving right now. When we put a beautiful sunset in here, it's going to shine on the water. Okay, a nice little red sunset. It's going to make this very, there's no sky yet. Okay, it's going to make it very intimate. Okay, and this silhouetted guy standing here. So this is amazing. So now I can click on this little thing, and it will actually go into texture shaded mode. So let's go here. Come on. Come on. Texture shaded mode. See, this is working so well. All right, there it is. Now texture shaded. See, before I had so much, there was so much conflict with my computer. It just didn't want to run any of this stuff right. And you have to have a computer that runs it flawlessly. It can't have conflicting parts that don't talk right to each other. And so, all right. So now what I'm going to do is a little trick here where it says, I think it's gone now, but we're going to go here to, I don't think I have to actually. Okay. Since I know that this is the scene I'm going to use, I'm going to take this UltraScenery and now I'm going to do something sort of sacrilege. And I'm going to move the entire scene, okay? Once you move the scene, you can't bring it back into UltraScenery, okay? Once you move this, okay, so you really want to get the scene that you want, and then you can move it, okay? So we're going to move this Z. No, that's the wrong way. Okay, so that tells me that I'm at the right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually turn to the front, and then I'm going to rotate UltraScenery. See how I wouldn't have been able to even move this at all. So we're going to rotate UltraScenery so that it goes here. All right, so now we're looking at it straight on from the front. Now I'm going to move back, and I forgot how to do this, but look, see how quickly I can move now back and forth. I'm not sure if that's actually moving. I think that's actually zooming my camera in, which I don't, making it wider. So we're going to zoom out like this. Okay, just enough. And then we're going to take and hit this Z. And we're going to bring this bridge right over top of the center point of the scene. Okay. So we're going to do that. And then I'm going to take and look at it from the top. And you see it's not quite in the center. So I'm going to go Z until it's right over the center of my scene. Okay. So that's the center there. And the Y rotate, we're going to go at 90 degrees because that is a right angle. Okay. So now when we go back this way, now we know how this is going to work. And now I'm going to zoom back out here again. We're going to zoom back out like this. And in. Okay. And so now, okay, now we're going to bring this pond, this ultra scene down so that when I bring my character in, he's going to be standing right on that bridge. Okay, I can't tell exactly. Let's see, but it's close enough. I can move it to whatever way I want. See how that's lined right up there now? All right, so, and then I can move my camera up or down if I need to, but it looks like it's going to be underwater. It won't, because I moved the water and everything down also with it. And the reason why I do that is because when I go to work on my figure, if I move my figure, and now wait till you see what happens when I bring the figure in. Remember, every time I'd move a finger, I'd have to go back into texture shaded mode, move the finger, then go back to Iray. I can actually move stuff around in Iray now, okay? And it's just because there were so many conflicts with that other computer. That computer cost me $3,000 in the graphics card. cost $1,500 on top of that. So yeah, and this computer here cost me $800, and that is just the difference when you have stuff that just conflicts. It was so new that I had to have it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in a figure. Everything, the hard drive wasn't working right because the RAM wasn't working right, and when the RAM doesn't work right, then it doesn't work. Then your graphics card doesn't work right. Your hard drive doesn't work right, and your main chip doesn't work right. If the RAM isn't working right, none of those other things work right. Yeah, the RAM, it might seem like it's working. Windows is there. Everything seems like it's working, but it's not. And okay, so we're going to get rid of this UltraScenery word, and now let's see if. Okay, there's no way. I'm going to just have to go over here and do this. Okay, so we're going to now go alternate minus. Oh, shoot. I have lost my my hotkeys because I had to reinstall. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go to figures, and I have one called Cato, C-A-T-O, I think. Yeah, he's going to be my little native kind of boy standing there. All right, so I'm going to bring Cato into the scene, and he should be standing back there. If I go back far enough, I think I can bring him in without it being too much. So I'm going to have to put some pants on him, but let's see. Now this is Cato. Let's bring him in. Now he should appear right about here. Now you get to see how long it takes for a figure to come in now. Because like I said, even the hard drive, everything wasn't running right. So yeah, because these are very high speed hard drives. These are this hard drive is a 3,000 kilobits per second or megabits, I don't know. So bytes per second, I think. So, but it they weren't working right. So we are going to get our little guy. He should appear right standing on this. Then we're going to get put some pants on him. So I think if I come over here. And let's go with the El Gato deck. And, oh, there he is. I guess he's fine. I don't have to. We'll just, now we can put some pants on him now. See, I told you he's going to appear right over that bridge. So now, let's go to clothing and give him some, let's go to wardrobe here. Some underwear. Bottoms. Let's see what we've got here. Okay. I don't think we'll be able to see that little tag there. So we'll give Cato this. All right, so now we're going to zoom in a little bit more so we'll be able to see Cato's face and all. Enough to get some detail from him. All right, but we want enough so that the water is going to... Let's go straight on from the front and pull this over. Okay. There we go. Now let's get a pose for Cato. Poses. Poses. Let's get a standing pose. We have him selected by function. Standing. Let's see what this guy looks like. Now we can rotate rotate Cato. Y. because well, all we're going to have to do is put hair on him. No, that's not what I want for a pose, so that's not that one. Let's see what we got here. Let's go into our files here so we can actually see the individual poses. How about this one? Cato. Yeah, that works. Okay, so I think I'm going to turn him a little bit. All right, let's save that. Now we're going to give him some hair. This is going to be amazing. Wait till you see this. Now, hair. Let's go to, we just saved that. Poses. See, this isn't fighting me anymore. Long. It's not fighting me, and that's what's really cool about this. Why? All right. Some of this hair is not a... Where's the Deckhand hair? All right, let's turn this off. Okay, let's just go to hair. Now, my favor ratings and all that, I lost that because I had to reinstall. And now I have to figure out how to reinstall favor ratings. In a very short time, I became very dependent on favor ratings. Like a few days. Here it is. Deckhand hair. Let's give him that hair. All right, save this. And now, let's mess with the sun, with the sky, and give this scene some sky. All right, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to turn now we're going to do a little trick. We're going to go and turn all of this stuff off so that when I go into Iray, I can work. I'm going to turn some of these trees off and stuff. All the land except the ground. We're going to turn all the land off so that I can get a sky in here. And so we're going to create a thing up here. It's not here now, but it's going to be scripts. Okay, so all right, so let's go now to utilities, and we're going to just go UltraScenery, and this is called Toolbox 1, I think it is. Hide ecologies, show ecologies. We're going to right click and we're going to create this, and this is going to be scripts. We're going to get rid of that word scripts, and we're just going to go UltraScenery. Let's give it some capitals. UltraScenery, except now that is for a custom new script, okay? And then we're going to do this one. Create a custom script. Oh shoot, I spelled it wrong. All right. Well, we got to put them in there anyway. All right, well, I don't know how to fix that either. So it's spelled with a C. Okay, I think we have to click on UltraScenery. Now we go up into this script and we go hide. See, I could do this by hand and, turn all those off, but this just turns them off, okay? So now when I go to Iray, all that's left is the land and him, okay? Now what I'm going to do here is I kind of wish there were a little bit less than that. Okay, what if we put some more stuff here, like the water and the bridge? Can I turn some of these back on? Let's see, water. No, it doesn't look like it's going to let me turn them on. And aspens. No, I have to unhide them. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do instead... Okay, I have to select this. All right, unhide. What happened, UltraScenery? I think it's turning it back on now. I want his hair brown. It looks gray. Oh, it's because of the gray sky reflecting off of it. Well, it shouldn't take that long. Okay. But it still didn't. Oh, and I'm in Iray right now. Okay. Well, it's back. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take and go out of Iray. Now, I can still get into trouble here, okay? Because all I have to do is try to move this thing, the camera, when I have all this stuff turned on and I'm in Iray, and it could turn into a mess. So because it is approaching the limit of my graphics card's ability. Now I'm going to go to texture shaded. Let's turn off the grass, because I don't need the grass on. Base verge, I guess I don't need that. And I don't need the river, this river pebbles on. And I don't need the long grass layer. And the base grass, 43,000 pieces of grass. And this stone layer, 4,000. See, I can turn some of these off now. And the daisies layer, 50,728 daisies. All right, now, and this grass tufts. Okay, now when I turn this back on, Iray, I might actually be able to move a little bit around in the scene. Let's see. Not that I really need to, but let's see what happens when I try to move. See, it does let me move a little bit now. You see, to just move things around, it has no problem with me doing that. See, so this is not, this is really nice. Okay, now if okay, so now let's, which means that when I go now I'm able to work with the atmosphere, the environment. Now, okay. This tone mapper and the environment here. Now, so now I can work a little bit with the sky without it being like right on the edge of absolute, like, crashing. Okay, so render settings. Why don't I have any sky? Oh, because Ultra's on. All right, render settings. Here we go. So we're going to go here into files. And Iray, and now look how that scrolls. I can't believe it's just as smooth as can be. It's just loading right up from the hard drive. That is so nice. Now we can easily go. I was fighting with that like crazy. So now let's see what we have for skies. This is going to be probably one of these skies. Watch what happens in our scene. See, I can actually, now you can see there's no grass and stuff, but, okay, we have to turn on draw the dome. Look at this now. See how that just changed things? Now, where is the dome rotation? Okay, wow. See now, this is a little too, look at this, see? This is what I wanted to do. This is very, very nice. Now if I pull out a little bit, Now what? See, I can actually move around in the scene a little bit. What happens when I pull this down? Do I see more of the reflection in the water? I think I liked it better this way. See, and come in a little closer. We don't have to have the... See, I can actually manipulate the scene a little bit. Okay. Now let's just try a few other skies. I mean, this is obviously would work with any sky. It's so really nice. I think that's exactly where I want the camera. Here's another sky. Dome rotation. This reminds me of that Disney jungle, you know, book kind of thing. Look at that. I think that's what I want right there. I think I could just rotate that a tiny bit. Let's see what this looks like in filament mode. This is amazing. So this carries across. Yeah, see, it does let me save this. So it does let me see exactly where the sun is. So I'd like to bring the sun a little more directly overhead. See how this works now? Maybe that's even better. Let's see. This is amazing. Amazing. Yeah. Okay. I think, okay. Now you see, this is what I've learned recently. Okay, see, I can move this dome rotation with these little plus and minus signs. I can put it exactly where I want the sun. Okay, see, so, and not exactly quite, but so if I go and get rid of those little fractions and that, what happens here now? Okay, 0.5. Let's see. Okay, that's right in the center. Save. Okay. Now, I would say that's our scene. That's just kind of all I wanted to do here. Now, so now we turn back on the grass and the rocks and all of the other things. Now that we have the sky set, it's all saved. Let's go to our ultra scene. Let's first go back into texture shaded mode to turn them on. Okay, it'll be a little bit faster. We're going to hit these little things. The river pebbles, stones layer, the grass tufts, all the realism in the daisies, of course. We can't do it without the daisies. All right, now save this. Now we're going to take a look. Okay, not receiving enough video. What's wrong, YouTube? Is my I'm wondering if my power options. are doing something with this. Power options. What's going on here with power options? No, that's not what I wanted. Power options. Come on. All right, so how about if we go here, power. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Settings. Power, sleep, hibernate. Okay, there it is. Screen and sleep. Okay, let's say plugged in, screen and sleep. When plugged in, turn off my screen after, let's say at 20 minutes. When plugged in, put my to sleep. Put my device to sleep. Where's never? Never. Don't put my computer to sleep. All right. And that is that. Okay. So it says no data. Let's. All right, we've got an excellent connection again. I'm not sure what caused that. We still have Mike. Hello, 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 goodbye, hello, hello. All right, now we're back over here. So everything's turned back on. We're going to save this again. And now we're going to go and see what it looks like in Iray with everything turned on. All the river pebbles and daisies, and I don't think you're going to be able to see them that well, but this is an amazing thing. Let's see what this looks like now. I think I put it, yeah, it's starting to try and put it into now I haven't tried to render yet. Now my other computer actually had 2 graphics cards in it. Because it had 44 lanes, I didn't see any problem with putting 2 graphics cards in it, but I was only really using the 3090 graphics card. So okay, so here we go again. Now we have this beautiful scene that's going to pop into existence here pretty soon. And let's see it. There it is. There is our scene with all the kind of grass in the background. We can see there's cattails here, and it's everything is here. So now I could put a spotlight on him so he's lit up a little more. I kind of like the mystery there, a little bit of the mystery in the darkness, the silhouette. He's not completely silhouette, but that's enough. Save this, and it will take a moment for that save dialog to pop up with all this. So I have not tried to render yet. That could be the worst thing, is like it won't render. And, you know, because it's like, yeah, I've gotten all this 7,000 of my Daz Studio, Daz shop items installed now. And that would be the real kicker, that I've done something wrong where it won't render. So, but let's now go just so I can mess with the settings without too much trouble. Here, I'm going to go back into texture shaded mode. All right, see, it actually lets me go into texture shaded mode, which is really nice. Okay, I already saved it. So now we're going to go to General, and my custom thing is gone. So I'm just going to go, okay, active viewport. We're going to go to custom. I'm going to turn off the proportions, and we're going to go to parameter settings and turn this off, and I'm going to just say 3000 by 30,000. No, 10,000. No, 13,000 by 11. By 11,000. Okay, I guess that's gonna be okay for this. So now we're gonna go into this here. We're gonna go maximum samples, maximum time, render quality up to 7, and we're gonna save this again. I'm not gonna do any filtering. Optimization, I think I will do make sure it's on speed, just so his eyes don't turn black on me. Save it again, and look at this ray tracing low memory. What's this? This is new. Says auto. All right, caustic sampler, and I didn't have guided sampling. This is new too in the new Daz. Noise filtering, bloom effect. Okay, gotta look at all this new stuff. Okay, this was the noise filtering. Where was that? I saw that. Now, I thought there was a way to turn that off, because I don't like noise filters. White noise enable. I see. That's new too. Now this whole thing here, section caps enabled. Don't even know what that is. That's cool too. Those, okay, burn, highlights, okay, all of this. Exposure, tone mapping, enable, environment is my sky. Alright, so now we're going to go into advanced here. And I have both the CPU and I'm going to leave them both checked. And it says CPU limit is 16 cores, so it's going to use all 8 cores, and that would be 16 threads. And we're going to leave the minimum and maximum threshold. I always get a nice render out of them. It doesn't seem to mess with the textures that much. So out of the default setting. So okay. We're going to now, we'll save it again. We're going to hit render and see what our scene looks like. Actually, what I'm going to do, I can't hit render yet. I haven't even put a camera in the scene. So we have to put a camera in create a new camera from the default, from the perspective view. Let's view, let's now, now that the camera's in the view, I'm going to come in a little closer on our Cato guy. All right. And make sure his eyes aren't crossed. and that his finger isn't going right through. See this? And right through his stomach. Right, bend. See how nicely these bend now without too much fuss. There we go. And that finger, I think I'm going to just twist his arm a little bit. Okay, see if I use these little teeny plus and minus things, I can move it, just edge it along here. That's something I just learned. It's been there all along and I didn't use it. So, alright. Little Cato. We're all okay, so now we're going to go back to our camera view. Let's save this again with his fingers. Now I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to go back to the perspective view and make sure he's actually standing on the bridge and he's not floating in the sky. Perspective view. We're going to take a look at his feet. Not sure what that is. Oh, that's the ground. Okay, I couldn't have done this any more perfect. It's like, okay. He's, yeah, he's standing right on that thing. And even if he isn't the little wooden bars, that the little wooden tresh beams that go across are covering his feet. So just making sure. So back to our camera view, save it again. Okay, now something that isn't quite right. Okay, but let me see. Now let's see what, let's go one more time back into Iray and see what our scene looks like. See if I threw something off somehow inadvertently. I wonder if the weeping willows might have been a better thing, because they would have hung down and created some kind of like just interacted with the sky a little bit. With the the long tassels coming down would have been like a curtain. So, but I think these trees are nice. Oh, we just had a crash. It happens. That was right in the middle of me saving that too. So, crash. Crash, crash, crash. Not worried. I did a lot, and if there's always a possibility of. Okay, this is called Still Waters. I kind of like the idea, the title Jungle Book, but somebody used that one already. We're just gonna call it Still Waters. Let's see what we have. What have we got? I was right in the middle of saving that scene when that crashed. I wonder if, you know, that if it's going to corrupt the scene. Now my viewport is back. Okay, so a few of my, and I lost my script thing. So okay, I guess I have to would have to have closed it the right way for that to, okay, close that pane. I don't use that. So it looks like everything is still correct though. Let's see. My camera is still in my scene, so that means that we didn't lose anything. Okay, we're gonna go to Iray. Want to see what this looks like in Iray. I wasn't actually, now that I think of it, I don't think I was actually in the process of saving it. I was in the process of going into Iray. If it crashes again, I'm probably going to have to turn off some of, maybe the CPU. Maybe it just doesn't like having the CPU on while I'm doing all this. I don't think that's the problem. I just think I did so much turning all that stuff on and off and yep, there we go. Closed again. So what we're going to do is try turning off the CPU. It might be conflicting with the graphics card. That's a good possibility. So what we're going to do is go in here to advanced. It may need the CPU for background tasks. And oh, now we've got it rendering. Cancel. Yes, cancel that. Let's see how long it takes. Look how quickly it canceled that. All right. Oh, that's because undock pane. Let's close that. That's because I haven't loaded my scene yet. File. Open recent still waters. No. Okay, let's see what we've got here. I have a feeling it's because the CPU was on. CPUs are really not meant to, you know, I was so kind of naive in the beginning. I really thought that the CPU was so much more powerful than the graphics card when it came. That's because I came out of the world of Bryce where it was the CPU that did the rendering. And so I just really thought that, oh, more cores. All the more cores and the better it's going to run. So the only change I'm going to do here, now we're in perspective view, so we're going to have to go, well, now we're in camera view, is go into Iray. Now that the CPU is turned off, we're going to go into Iray and see if it crashes again. And if it doesn't crash, it crashed twice. So if it doesn't crash, that means it was because the CPU was turned on. So, all right, now we're I really don't think turning the CPU on is going to help this Daz go any faster. Because I think it's better to leave the CPU. Now, there's a possibility I could turn the CPU on and just have... oh, there it goes. So it wasn't the CPU. I think I just have too much stuff in the scene. Close. Now, it's a possibility that all right, so if I just turn a few of the things off, maybe the base grass or something. I think I just have too much stuff in the scene. So let's go and file, open recent, still waters. It worked a moment ago, but there's a possibility when it crashed, it might have left some stuff in the RAM, and now it's kind of orphaned in there. That's a possibility too. I'm getting kind of tired. It's 9 o'clock. I've had a really long day working with files and installing stuff, getting my cakewalk environment back up and running. So with the new system, We are now running Windows 11 on both computers. Okay, not receiving enough video. This is not good. Okay, so we're going to go here. Okay, I'm going to go. Now we've got it excellent again. I'm not sure what does that. What's doing that? Okay, so we're going to come in here. We're going to turn this off. Close this pane. Now I'm going to see if my rendering, because I didn't save it that way, render settings. Since it didn't do anything, okay, we're going to go to advanced. The CPU is now turned off. It doesn't hurt to leave that off for now. Let's now go to my UltraScene. We're going to turn off, I think, the daisies. We'll turn off a few things. So the daisies layers, 50,000 daisies. I can't see one daisy in this scene. All right, so I think that's probably enough. Where are the grass tufts? Grass tuft layer. We'll turn that off too. Save this. That's not the base grass. That's just. I probably don't need river pebbles. I don't see any pebbles. The glassiness of the surface of the water. But okay, let's see if that works. Let's now try Iray and see if Iray works. Come on. Come on, Iray. No. What have I done? Something's corrupted my scene. File. What could it be? Let's try turning off it seemed to happen when I put the camera in. Okay, I did save it now. Okay, close the pane. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this scene like this. And then I'm going to actually close out of this program like the right way. And then I will wait a moment. Reopen Daz Studio. See, so when you close it out the right way, then it actually empties the memory. It sits there and clears out the memory. When it crashes like that, it leaves everything in the memory. And so when you reopen it, it can have a problem with the memory. Okay, let's see. How about now? Nope. Not yet. Boy, they got a I think they've got a lot of work to get Windows 11 into shape. Come on. I don't want to go in and close Daz manually. So I gotta wait until it closes on its own. Oh gosh, gosh, gosh. Gosh, 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 gosh. How about now? There we go. Finally it closed. Emptied the RAM. Close this pane. Okay, what I'm going to do, another thing that I did was I made the camera really large. I made the screen large. So we're going to do instead let's go to still waters. Oh, I'm getting tired. Getting tired. Okay. I'd like to set this rendering before. Okay, what happens if we turn off UltraScenery altogether? And then we go into Iray. Okay, so it's not that it just, the scene is so corrupt. It's just so much stuff in here. That kind of looks cool. Now let's see, let's go out of Iray. So what I'm going to do is go back to my render settings, general. We're at 10,000 by 10,000. So let's turn UltraScenery back on. Oh, we can't do it like that. I think it's going to crash again. Yeah, it's going to crash again. I'm wondering. All right. Let's go into texture shaded mode. I don't think it will let me open recent still waters. Okay. Yeah, let's close face transfer. Parameter shaping, surfaces, lights. of that pane. And we'll leave cameras there. All right, we're going to save this again. And then we're going to close the viewport pane. Now we're going to go into UltraScenery. We're going to turn a few more things off. Okay, everything's okay. The daisies, leaf litter, we'll turn that off. And let's see. River rocks, river pebbles, turn them off. And base verge layer. I'm wondering, okay, that's the reeds, the base verge. Road pebbles, we'll turn them off. Okay, save this again. I have a feeling this will let me render it. Okay, render, general. Let's just make sure everything looks right. Okay. Let's try to, let's go into Iray. See if this will load. It's just there's too much stuff in the scene. Come on. Come on. I have a feeling this is going to work. There's a possibility that there's some orphan files stuck in the memory that didn't get cleaned out, and so that could be why it all right, I think it's gonna, oh my gosh, blue screen of death. My gosh, oh my gosh. Yeah, I think there's stuff left in the memory. Wow. That was weird. Green screen of death. Windows 11 has a green screen of death. Okay, I've got to put my PIN number in. Let's see, over here. Cato. And the Brio. Okay, back over here. Okay, back over here. Turn the Brio and the Elgato back on now. All right, let's give this another shot. I might have been, okay, we do have a mic. Hello. Now, I might have been saving this when I could have corrupted my project. This is like the fourth time I built this project, because when I was in the middle of redoing and loading up Cakewalk, I kind of came across this idea for this project, and all right, we're gonna now load still waters. This time I don't think I'm gonna try to run it into I'm just gonna try to render it. And I know the scene's done, so at least as far as I wanted to do the scene. So now that green screen of death has me kind of wondering if maybe my RAM was getting hot, and I might need to put some kind of fan on it. Oh, that reminds me that my this right here isn't, maybe my fans aren't up all the way. Well, actually it's 28 is the temperatures. You couldn't ask for any better temperatures. I don't think I've ever seen my temperatures quite that low. But I've just turned up the fan. All right, we're on in camera mode. Let's close this down. Close that pane here. What's up with UltraScenery? Is all that stuff still turned off? Yeah, a bunch of stuff's turned off. Okay, we're in the camera view. Render this. Let's see if this scene will render. One thing I did was turned up like those, you know, the bits, in the render. They just might have made those a little more sensitive or work in a different way, and turning them all the way up may have just, that could be causing my computer to just freak out with the scene. I don't know. Let's see if this will render. This is rendering square. Perfect. No, it's not actually. Nope. See what I mean? It's like, yeah, okay, I've got everything ready now, and rendering is, it won't render. Inside, this is the insider build. So it's not a stable build. There's nothing I can do. This is the build I'm stuck with for now until they come out with another build. I think I'm going to get off of the insider program because I need a stable build. And this doesn't seem very stable. Okay. So I guess I'm going to try and figure this out. Enter Brio, Elgato, back over here. Okay, these can come back on. Yeah, so all right, maybe I'll go into my render settings and lower those bits down. I'm getting like really tired. I might get a second wind, I don't know. It's been a very long day for me. I had to help somebody set up their phone today, a brand new Samsung Ultra. I had to walk up to their house and transfer their phone number over. It's like I was born knowing how to do this stuff. Right, I think I might have corrupted my file. So, and I don't know how to fix that. So, but it could be a RAM heat issue. Be interesting to go with. Everything else in the computer is cool right now, so I don't think it's the processor. Okay, let's bring back the scene. New, open, still waters. I'm going to take some of those bits down in the render settings. It seems to have coincide with that, with raising those bits up. Okay. Okay, back to my scene. And these, it's not remembering what when I change, it keeps bringing this back up to the default work layout here. All right, so let's go into render settings. Okay, another thing I did was, okay, I know another thing I did too. I changed it to speed. Oh, okay, let's see now. And I changed that to speed, and yeah, UltraScene has to be set to memory now that I think of it, because of all the instances. So it loads those instances into the memory. Okay, so let's try turning. Let's see now if we can just go into that's something I did. I changed it to speed, and that has to be on memory for all these instances to load into memory. Now let's see if we can get it to go. It should work. If it doesn't, I'm not going to take up any more time online trying to do this. I'll solve it without this, but I think that's it. I think because I do remember that because of all these instances of grass and everything, it has to be set to memory, so that I think what it does is it uses, there it is. It uses Windows memory. That's what it was. Okay. It uses Windows memory to hold all those pieces so that it can actually work. So now I think I can turn everything back on and just push this back to the limit. So we figured it out. This. Okay. All this can go back on now. That was exactly what it was. This was trying to load it all into all the instances. Wasn't using the Windows, and I think I left this in the render settings. Okay, we're going to turn the CPU back on. Why not? Maybe it will work and help render faster. It's worth a try. So if you're using UltraScenery, this has to be on memory. Okay? It's that simple. And it's written. Anybody who knows this knows that anyway, because that is written in the UltraScenery owner's manual, that it has to be on memory. And so that's another reason why you want to have your figure in the center, because when you move your figure away from the center, that it's more of a chance that their eyes will turn black. That's a little problem with Daz Studio, that their eyes turn black. And the way to fix that is to switch it to speed. But you can't if you're using UltraScenery. So see, now I have the river, all these things turned back on, the river pebbles. Let's see now. Let's go back into texture shaded and turn on these other things. Let's push this to the limit. Let's see. That's what it was. It was that particular problem. So with that, so we'll go to texture shaded, turn everything back on. Okay. We got the this, that. Okay, now in the grass tufts. Can't be seen without grass tufts. And then now there was one other thing. What was it? Oh, the resolution. We were at 13 by 11. 13. Oh, it won't let me until I turn this back off. Okay, 13 by 11. Let's do that. Okay. Save this. Now let's see if we can render a scene. Stop streaming. Okay, now it says we have an excellent connection. And it looks like this is going to render. Let's see. Let's see some iterations down here. Wow, that comes back so quickly. When I used to switch back and forth between these, it was just take a long time to switch back and forth between those windows. That tells me that they, you know, and a lot of this may have to do with the way that Windows 11 handles memory. There it is. So it's going to render, and it's rendering with the CPU. Let's see how quickly these iterations come. 2, 1, 2. Okay, 2. Let's see. I'll try to get some seconds going after this. Let's see. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so about 10 seconds between iterations. And so we're going to want about 1,000 iterations. So that's going to be about 3 or 4 hours to render this. Now there's a possibility that it might have rendered faster with just my graphics card alone. So this doesn't look like it's pushed up against his side right. Okay, I'm going to cancel this. Something doesn't look right about that. And I think I might be able to. I think it might be the black stripe that's there. Let's do a little bit of work with mesh grabber here. Just doesn't look right. I may have to turn off that emblem or make it gray. It could be an illusion. So, all right. I would assume that that's not just the case with UltraScenery. That's the case with anything that has a lot of instances of the same object, that it's got to be set to memory. Okay, close this. Let's go to the perspective view. Yeah, looks like that's pulled away, but I don't know, it's not that bad. Yeah, it is kind of, look how far that's pulled away from his. Alright, so let's see if these are dForce. If they are, bikini briefs. Oh, darn. Okay, window, panes. Where is my, I just realized I have a ton of these things that haven't been, dForce companion, that's it. Alright, we want this here. Hello. Show all. That's what we, no, this. There it is. Okay. Bikini, so it is dForce. Okay, what's up with this simulation settings? Initialization off. Why can't I select any of these? Check all. Alright, okay, they don't have, alright, so what we'll do is we'll take these briefs. We're going to try and put edit, create, okay, edit, object, geometry, dForce modifier. Now they're dForce. So now let's simulate checked and see if they hang off him a little better. Let's save this before we do dForce. Okay. Now the only problem is his hand here. If he's actually touching that, it could be a problem as long as it doesn't collide with that. I think what I'm going to do is left hand is I'm going to make his left hand disappear for now. Okay, and then we're going to simulate this. Yes. So it has to calculate. This is the first time I've used dForce with this Daz. So it has to calculate the dForce. When you make his hand go away, it's like not there. If his fingers are actually touching that, there we go. See how that worked? That just now that's laying against him the right way. And I think that's all we need. Okay, we don't, that's it. Now we can turn his hand back on. And now you can see it's laying right up against him. Let's see how it worked. Yeah. Now I'm going to get rid of that black stripe. Let's see, where is the underwear? The bikini briefs. We're going to save it again. That's exactly what I wanted. Now, we're going to go into surfaces. I'm just going to turn it black. I mean, turn it the same color as. PT tag. Okay, so we go to the underwear, base color. All right, if I just take the tag and make the tag gray, surfaces, shaders, gray, gray, and there's some cloth in here somewhere. Gray cloth. There it is. Slate gray. Let's try this. That didn't work. Tag. Maybe I have to make it okay, let's make it one of these. Where is it? It used to be up at the top. What are they called? Can't remember now. They're probably at the bottom. Where are they? They're usually right here. I can't think of the name of it, of them. There's a special thing you put on them. Uber. And that didn't work. Oh, filter by context. Okay, that's what's wrong. Uber base. Iray, let's try that one. That put an Uber base on it. Now we should be able to put gray. Shaders. Tag. What if it was already Uber base? Okay, I wonder if that's not the tag. Yeah, I think it is. What if I just make the tag disappear? And we still have those white. Alright, underwear. Presets. Maybe that's why I didn't get gray, because I typed gay instead of gray. Oh, these words are so tiny I can't see them. That didn't work. That's Uber base. Why aren't these working? All right, let's go none. Color. Oh, now you're really bugging the crap out of me. Okay, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think I've got some materials that go with these. Here. Materials. I think there's one that says label off. Thought there was one that was label off. I think the black is nicer, but they're going to find a way to turn that label off. Tag. We're going to do that. All right. Where is this thing? Let's go to this base color. Let's go to here. Layered image editor. Let's take a look at this thing. That's the tag. This is complex stuff. It used to let me just change the color. Now it won't. Try a different Uber base. Some of the Uber bases don't completely cover. They do. I've noticed that. I have lost like a ton of my shaders. Where are they all? Oh. Here they are. Tag. There we go. That just reset everything. Now let's see when we go here to gray. There it is. And let's make that tag disappear. The tag. Now, I think we've got something here. Let's see what they look like in Iray. Anytime now. Let's see what they look like. Did we fix them? So we fixed them with dForce, which made them hang off of him the right way. dForce is an amazing thing. Why they didn't just fall right off him or slip like right off him like silk or something? Yeah, That's amazing that they just hung off him like they were cotton. Okay, now this is really bad because we've got this really weird shine there. Like it's the wrong kind of surface. Fabric. It's like it's glass or something. That's not right. Okay. Alright, what I'm going to do is turn the ground off. Turn everything off. Alright, we're going to go back to texture shaded mode for a moment. Look how murky that water is. Come on. Show me. Okay, texture shaded. We're going to do this so we can manipulate things. So we're going to just turn off our UltraScenery for now. Okay. Now we go back to Iray. We can actually move around a little bit. See, I couldn't do this before. I couldn't move my guy like this. No, I could not move him around. Now, let's see what we've got here with cloth. Oh, that's the... Alright, let's see. Underwear. Okay, now we've got it. I'm going to put, see, this is a little not rounded enough. Okay, now we can turn back that. Every time I put something on that tag, I've got to turn it back off again. Where is it? Surfaces cutout opacity. Alright, now we're going to put something to smooth this a little bit. I'm going to see if these briefs can take a little bit of, what's it called? Sub D. Yeah, see, that just smoothed around the edges a little bit. Now I think I've got to turn that darn thing off again. The tag. No. I wish I could just turn it off, but I can't. Alright, so let's go to our camera view. And I think the gray is nice, but what I can do here is make it a little darker, maybe. And now we have a color there. I think a little darker than that. I don't know if I've got the tag selected. All right. Gray. All right, let's see. There we go. I think that's good. Kind of matches his hair a little bit. Save this. And now we can turn our scene back on. I guess that looks better now. See, you couldn't see it from back here, but when you render this large enough for it to be a tapestry on the wall or something, that's when you can see that his fingers are going through. Thank you for the likes. The 2 likes. That was very nice of you. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, Sigmund says thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, he does. So here we go. So this is working nicely. It's really working nice. The computer is working nice. You know, it's Windows 11. This is working flawless. They've done a really, really, really good job with Windows 11. So, you know, I've seen some weird anomalies, but with Windows 11. But one thing I had found out was you just can't have a lot of stuff load up with it, like in the background running. It's a really sure way to corrupt the way it works. There it is. So now there's our scene with everything turned on. The river rocks. Let's make sure everything's on. Yeah, it is. I'm quite sure I saved it, but yeah, everything is turned on. So let's see. I probably could put more in the scene. How about a little crocodile down here? No, I think that would be kind of terrorizing. Let's see now. Okay, so that's it. So his hands are fixed. His fingers are fixed. He's so we're gonna render it now. It's saved. Okay, let's save this again just to make sure. That's saved very quickly. Wonders of an M.2 drive. Having your stuff, well, actually, yeah, that got saved to it got saved to an M.2 because I think it's the C drive where my current Daz folder is, projects folder. Okay, here it is. So we go and render it. So that is going to do it. That is going to do it. So this is, I just took you into a new experience kind of with UltraScenery, how I've been learning to work with it. Now, the next time I work with UltraScenery, I'm going to work with these little sections that if you put them in the scene, wherever you put them, you can associate them with like trees or certain tufts of grass or whatever, and say, don't put grass there, and then, or don't put these particular trees in that area. And so they're a way of rendering the scene and having a platform where your character can go where there's nothing there. And so you put these little circles and you size them up and you put them in the scene where you want them, and then you generate your scene, and you have to link those objects that are going to be in the scene when it generates, and it will clear that section out so you can have a staging area for your scene, for your characters, and also this is going to take a while. My curiosity is that the graphics the CPU can actually slow down the renders. So we've got about 10 seconds per iteration, and I'm wondering if there's our character. It's very magical, the way his fingers are there, and also it's just in the way his arm sticks out. Very, very magical kind of moment here with this character. So that's Cato. Now this looks natural. It looks like it's laying on him right. The color blends in well with him. His feet, you can't tell if he's standing on the deck or not. So, but I think I did have him on the deck. Maybe his feet were a little weird, but it doesn't matter. They have with those truss supports that are in the way anyway. So that's it. That's so this is going to take hours and hours, and then all these little dots will turn into really perfect skin. You know, it's really weird how that works, but every time there's a new iteration, they get smaller and smaller until it's going to be, this is going to be a perfect little shadow here. And this little shadow is really interesting. And I believe that his finger here will be like pink because the sun will be going right through the bones and right through. That's the way these characters are. They actually have a thing. Now his eyes look okay. Now Cato's eyes are a little bit like cartoonish, a little bit. They're like anime, a little bit like that. So, but that's good. I wanted him to have those his eyes are very and I think he even has a little bit of makeup around his eyes and stuff. So, like dark circles. So, but they'll clarify very nicely. They'll clarify very well. The reason that he's in a little bit of a shadow area, and wherever there's shadow, that it takes longer to render. Like you can see, the sky is already rendered. It's where the shadow is that it's, and you see this has shadow, but not quite as much as his skin. His skin is picking up, but then you'll notice there's places where the sun, in the shadow, the light bounces off everything and ricochets a lot. And wherever the sun is, but you know, this is really weird because the sun is pretty bright here and it's still in shadow. And it's bright here and this is still in shadow. It's just, there's so much complexity in this thing. This looks like a watercolor. This is going to be really, really beautiful when this renders. This is all going to be just smooth and sharp. It won't have any of those little dots. None at all. It's going to be very nice. Even this has little specks and stuff. So, and I can see them on the leaves as well. Look at these trees. The birch tree there. They look so real. The way they're put together is just perfect. So, all right, thank you for watching. Thank you. And thank you again, Angus, for the likes. It was very nice. Sigmund's going to say goodnight to everybody, and I'm going to say goodnight too. And thank you for watching. We have a lot of really exciting scenes coming up because of this awesome technology now that we have ready to use. So at our disposal. I hope that my mic hasn't been distorting. It looks like a few times there and there it's gone into the red, and that's not good. So, all right, take care. Have a good night. Sigmund, say good night. Good night. Oh, that was nice, Sigmund. So, all right. So, take care. Have a good, lovely, lovely evening. I will see you again soon. If you're watching this after the broadcast, please leave comments and likes and help support my channel a little bit with your gratitude, or if you like it. If you don't, that's okay. So, all right, take care. I will see you. Thanks for the smiley, Angus. Have a lovely night, and I'm going to go to bed. All righty, this is going to render. Let's see Cato's face one more time. See how the render's done. See, now these dots are much smaller. You can see more detail in his face. Look at how nice the art that went into making this hair. It's really beautiful hair. This is some beautiful artwork here. So I am very pleased with this hair. It looks like it grew that way. It really looks real. It's got this wispy kind of character to it. That's going to clarify too. All these little dots will all get tinier and tinier and tinier until it all becomes till all the rays of light get figured. The computer's trying to figure where the rays of light go and where they bounce off of him. And they're tiny, teeny little, microscopic rays that are bouncing off the trees in the forest and coming back and lighting him. And he's literally the shadow of the trees. So, all right, take care. Now his eyes are really coming out. So, and they don't look like he's got cross eyes or anything, so they look okay. It doesn't look like they're black. There's a possibility they could have some black edges. But they don't. This one doesn't look like it does, so I'm assuming this one doesn't. I didn't move him from the center that much. I just rotated him a little bit. So a lot of times they'll show up. But I've had it show up with them right in the center also. So we didn't have to mess with clothing too much for him. So very good. Take care. Lots of love. And I will see you again soon. This is Rex Red Gamer saying, no, this is actually Daz TV. Thank you for watching.